So, so today I'm going to talk about Angels and Assassins, written by K. Alex Walker. This book is a BWWM book. I read this book when it first came out. I think it was 2015 or 16. I think it's early 16. But I wasn't doing book reviews then, so I don't think I did the review on it. So I reread it, and I'm going to do a review on it now. The main characters of this book are Gabe and Taylor. Gabe is a ex-military, and Taylor is a doctor. The book started out with Taylor finding Gabe. Actually, the book started out with it was the villain in this book. He was basically telling like how he was killing, how this person he killed was a woman, and he was saying that she wasn't supposed to die and whatever. But that's just how the book started. But when Taylor and Gabe met, Gabe was actually trying to kill himself because of what happened to his family, and Taylor, being a doctor, she was like she's gonna save him because he asked her to let him die. Gabe is of Australian descent, and he had two brothers, a father and a mother. And as I said, he's ex-military. It turned out that when Gabe was in the military, he was a special military, like Navy SEAL, something like that. He was ordered to kill this bad guy, and he killed the bad guy. And one of his co-workers didn't like how the company was going, because I guess he wanted more money or something of the sort. Anyway, he sold Gabe information to the brother, to the brother that he killed. He sold it to his brother, and the brother went back and killed his family. So it's been 5 years now, and every year he's been going through this like really downward spiral of like he caused his family death and all that kind of things going on. So like at this point he was really wanting to kill himself, but she found him and she saved him. And that's really how that connection started, and they've been going together ever since. So now Taylor's a doctor. She's an oncologist, I think. She's something like that. I'm not exactly sure what she does, but she's a doctor. And she's been in North Carolina for a while now, maybe 2 to 3 years. And she has this house that I guess somebody left for her, and she was living in this cottage. She was going to like really sell the house because it was like beat up and everything. Anyway, when she saved Gage, she put Gage in that house, and Gage was like, oh, you don't have to sell the house. I'll fix it up for you, yada, yada, yada. She was iffy about it because she didn't really know Gage. She's like, I don't know you. I don't know what you're going to do. But anyway, he said, just trust me. I'll get the house appraised and tell you how much it's worth. Long story short, they got to know each other, and everything was going good. And he was out one morning for a jog, and then she was out walking her dog, and then out of nowhere she heard something, but she wasn't sure what she heard. And it turned out she saw Gage like a few minutes later. But Gage wasn't who she heard, because Gage heard something too and went to see who it was and saw her, but he heard something else. So it turned out that the villain has been stalking Taylor for about 2 to 3 years, and he wants to, like, he's basically making her life a living hell. He tried to kill her twice with a snake, and he burned down her cottage. He killed her best friend. He was just going to find ways to kill her. While he was trying to find ways to manipulate her life and make it a mess, he was killing other people as well. He also has a daughter that is deaf, and he's like the devoted father. Like, it's so ironic that serial killers, either they're the best husband, or they're like the devoted parent. You know what I mean? Like, it's so odd. Anyway, throughout the book, throughout the book, her and Gage relationship will just keep going and like getting like more intimate. He's fighting his feelings, she's forcing it, and he's just trying to find ways just to protect her from this villain that he think is after her, because he found notes in her house and she's been ignoring them for months. And he's like, did you report this? She's like, no. He's like, it's no big deal, it's just somebody trying to like get over. But she was really scared, but she didn't know what to do. Anyway, he basically tell her that, okay, since this person is really after you, let's give you a break. She took a week off of work and everything, and he took her to his house in Malibu. When they went to Malibu, is she finally found out how rich he really is. Like, he's very rich, smart, and he has a business. His best friend Mo, they basically grew up together, and he handed his business over to Mo because he really didn't want anything to do with anything because he was just ready to die. So Mo was really scared for him, and Mo basically family, like, she's like, okay, I take over for you, but whatever else you need, I'll be there. Around the same time, their relationship started growing, and they like getting to know each other more, and like Gabe and Taylor's just doing things, and he met more people in her life, and he heard he didn't meet more people in her life, but he like she talked about her dad and her mom, how her mom passed away and her dad's paralyzed, and then she met like Mo, his ex-military friends, things like that. So stuff keep on going back and forth. While she was in California, that's when she found out that her best friend died, and the serial killer killed her best friend to get to her, so she went home. And while she was going home, he had kidnapped this little girl, and he basically said that it get her back home, and if she doesn't come home every day, somebody else would die. So she couldn't take the death that being on her conscience, so she went home. The FBI was there, and they like trying to help out, but the whole thing that the book was really about is that even though the villain was after her, the whole book was basically based off her and Gage. Like, Gage fighting his feeling for her, she pushing the relationship, she found out why he is the way he is, and oh, she also compared him to her dog. She has a dog, his name is Aries. I think he's like a pit bull or whatever, but she compares him to the dog. They're two of a kind, they're her protectors, stuff. That was like really ironic in the book. Anyway, the book is basically, as I said, about Gabe and Taylor really getting together, and he's protecting her, trying to fight his feelings for her, all this while all of this is going on. I really like how Kay Alex wrote this book, because it's a lot of going on, but it doesn't take from the plot, from the story. You meet all the other characters in the book. You meet the silent type Giorgio, you met Des, you met Julian. Julian's already married, so Julian is married to Mo's twin sister. Giorgio is in love with Mo, but their book is coming out. Des, we don't know what's up with Des. I guess he has a love interest too, because I know his book's coming out. I read her from her previous review. And also, they have another friend. I think his name is Juan or Kuan. I'm not sure. But he's also in, his name was mentioned in his book, so I'm figuring that there's a series in it. But this book was really good. It's really interesting. The action keeps you going. The chemistry between Gabe and Taylor keeps you going. I love her writing. I love her style. She written other books before. This is not nothing pertaining to like this type of genre, but it's all the BWWM book. I'm going to reread those as well, and so I could give you reviews on those also. Again, this book is called Angels and Assassin, written by K. Alex Walker. I think you guys will love it. It's interesting, it's entertaining, and I think you guys will really like it. Check it out. Let me know what you think. All right? Bye, guys.